to the God Medicine Coffee channel. I am Rihanna, and in this video I'll be carrying you through a week in Obstetrics and Gynaecology rotation. So for me this is week 6. Yeah, week 6 I believe, and this is supposed to be a fairly light week for me. Hopefully it goes that way, but yeah, so today is my unit's on-call day, and it's also our OT day. So that means that this is a day where the doctors on this unit would perform elective surgeries. So yeah, so today is supposed to be my OT day, and right, so sorry, I got a phone call. So what I was saying before is today my unit is on call, and we also have OTD. I think is the obstetrics OTD. So for obstetrics, you normally would have like it's mainly C-sections, elective C-sections happening today. So I may get an opportunity to scrub in if it hasn't happened already. If those surgeries haven't happened already, I may get to scrub in on a surgery. But I like scrubbing into surgery. I just don't like C-sections mainly because it's a long surgery depending on the category of the surgery. So it could be long, and you have to wear boots for obstetric surgeries, and those boots are very flat and they're very hard and very, very uncomfortable. So you're standing there for over an hour on these very flat, hard shoes. It's not comfortable, it's not fun, but you have to wear them because the patient could experience a lot of blood loss during the surgery, and some of it can end up on your feet. It did happen to me in my first C-section, so I had to scrub, blood off my boots afterwards. So yeah, so that's that. But a day like today, what we would normally do, we go into the hospital for around 8 o'clock. We're required to take histories on any new admit patients, possibly do a physical exam and an abdominal exam on a pregnant stomach, pregnant abdomen. We may be required to hook the patient up to a CTG machine. We may be required to, what happened? What?
I've never observed that in doctor's office there.
Yeah. Okay, we may be required to put in an IV in the patient. We may be required to, to draw blood, those kind of tasks. We're also asked to be part of the diagnosis and the management of the patients. So after you take your history, usually the house officers or the registrar would ask us like what we think are the diagnoses, differential diagnoses, and what are the what are the investigations to rule out or confirm your diagnosis, and what management plan you would come up with for the patient. If there are any drugs involved, what dosage you would give the patient. So all of these things you kind of have to read up on and you have to know. And the thing with obstetrics is that it's a lot of new information. A lot of this stuff we don't cover in pathology in year 3. So it's a lot of new information. Of course, you're given really good books to read and stuff like that, but it's very new and you kind of have to constantly keep reading and keeping up. So what I do is that I have a Medscape account on my phone, and I'm always reading a Medscape article on my phone. Another resource I like to use is Teach Me OB/GYN. You get a lot of quick information there, and yeah, that's how I more or less surviving this rotation. So excuse me, I am on my way. Yeah, my husband is dropping me off, so I will see y'all when I see y'all. Hi guys, so I just got back home. It is now, I think, 7:30, 35 p.m. So I just got home. We got dismissed around 7. So today was okay day. As I mentioned before, we were on call today, but I didn't want to record in the hospital because there's so many areas of the hospital you're not supposed to record. So I decided not to record anything in there, not to, risk anything. So after I got to the hospital, what did I do? I got assigned to a new patient. My patient was a young woman who was post-date, and because of that, she had an artificial rupture of membrane, and she was sent to labor ward to deliver her baby. And yeah, I got to see the vaginal delivery, and I also got to do a vaginal exam on her, and I did feel the cervix. At least I know I felt the cervix. That's something that I've been struggling with doing vaginal exams during this whole rotation. I think my fingers are a little too short, so when I do the vaginal exam, I my fingers just can't reach far enough to feel the cervix. So yeah, but this time, because it was a pregnant woman, obviously her cervix is going to be a lot lower, so it was well within my reach. And after the exam, the consultant asked me about what would be the criteria for the Bishop score. Basically, that's the score that you use to determine whether vaginal delivery is feasible for the patient or not. So you would go based on, what are your findings from the vaginal exam, and well, the modified vaginal exam would have details of the patient's history and that kind of thing to determine whether or not a vaginal exam is feasible. So the delivery went well. There were no serious complications. Really happy for my patient. Delivered a very healthy looking child. So very happy for her. And I will check her tomorrow morning in the postnatal ward to see how she's going and stuff like that. I did not get to scrub in on the C-sections that were done today. There was 2 scheduled elective C-sections, but I think there were at least 2 emergency C-sections. I think there was 2, either 2 or 1. I can't remember, but I missed it because I had a class with our consultant for our unit, so I didn't get to go into that surgery, but I'll make it up some at another time. Yeah, that's more or less what I did. Of course, we took histories and all that good stuff. So now I have to I had 2 classes today. I had class with our consultant, and we had another class later in the evening around 4 p.m. So did that, and now I have a lot of reading to do because next week Wednesday is our exam, our first exam for this rotation. So next week Wednesday is our OSCE exam, which is slightly different from the OSCE exam that we do in year 3. The big OSCE exam that we do in year 3, it's slightly different from that because of course we're not examining normal patients. We're examining patients with some kind of pathology. So you have to know your pathology, you have to know stuff now. You're not doing any normal cases anymore, right? So I have to go through all the different stuff that I should know for this OSCE exam. So for this OSCE exam, you'll be tested on some clinical exam or skill. So that's whether you're doing a physical exam, some sort of physical exam on a patient, or you may be doing some type of obstetric or gynecological exams, so like passing a speculum and that kind of thing. They could be tested on those things, and a patient history, whether it's an obstetric history or gynecological history, and counseling, whether it's obstetric or gynecological in nature. So I have to go and look over all the stuff that I need to know and start knowing them before next week Wednesday. I also have my casebook to start writing up. So I already selected the case that I wanted to write up on. It's a immuno case because I feel like I understand immunology really well, so I wanted to do that case on immuno. So that's what I am doing for my case, and yeah. So I am going to bathe, eat something, and then start reading and read until I fall asleep, because I do have post call tomorrow for 6 a.m. So I need to make sure that I get proper sleep and stuff like that, so I could, do what I have to do tomorrow. So tomorrow is another day. Yeah, so peace. The topics that I wanted to cover, but so I have my obstetrics and gynecology topics that I want to cover. This is just for the counseling station. This is not all the topics that we cover in this rotation. So yeah, I guess I'll try and cover probably 2 topics tomorrow for obstetrics and see how much I could get through for the rest of the week until next week. Yeah. So I'm calling it a night. Good night. Hi guys. So I'm home. Today was post call, and post call usually starts at 6 a.m. and it should end around midday, but for us it usually ends like around, on a normal post call day, it ends around 9:30, 10 a.m. for the latest. So today I was done with post call by 9:30 or so. Yeah, so I'm just getting home. Wasn't a lot that we did today, but after did do normal rounds, saw a couple patients, did ultrasound, observe ultrasound on one patient who had a molar pregnancy, possible molar pregnancy still to be confirmed, which was kind of cool. Looking at the ultrasound is kind of hard to the untrained eye to decipher what a molar pregnancy is, but we did see a mass in the uterus, so you can assume that it's a molar pregnancy, and other blood tests and stuff will confirm the diagnosis and so forth. So yeah, I saw that today, and then we were given an assignment, well, several assignments by our HO and the consultant for our unit. So I have a lot of work to do because all of it actually is due tomorrow, but the assignment is to help us with our OSCE next week Wednesday. So as I don't think I mentioned this, so next week Wednesday I have my OSCE, and then the following Wednesday is the final exam, the written exam. Plus we do have other things to submit for this rotation. We have our task cards to submit, and we also have our casebook to submit as well. So the casebook is due by the end of next week, but you can submit it early to have it critiqued and before your final submission. So the plan was to try to get it done by the end of this week. So I'll see how that goes once I'm finished with this assignment that I have for tomorrow. I'll know if I could work on my casebook for next week. Well, I could start working on my casebook for the end of this week. Yeah. So I am really tired because I woke up at 4 a.m. So I'm going to take a little bit of a nap. Then I'm going to have lunch. Then I'm going to get ready to go down to the library to get my assignment done. My assignments. I have several things to do. I'm gonna get that done later in the day at the library because I think if I stay home, I'm just going to spend all day sleeping. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to the library. Right. So I'm going to sleep. Goodbye.
He on that level. You know, Kobe back in the day, was he on that level? God rest his soul. Others as well. But when Michael Jordan was playing, you know this. Was it not Michael Jordan and everybody else? Did everybody not know it was Michael Jordan and everybody else? Is there not a difference between respect and reverence as a...
Red Bull.
I'm trying to.
Sorry.
Yeah. So yesterday, what I do, I finished at the library kind of late, like I think around, I'd say 6:30. And then when I got home, I was really tired, so I didn't do anything for the rest of the evening. Did get a message from our HO that we don't have to come in today. So yeah, we'll do the assignment another day. So I do have a class this morning for 7 a.m. at another hospital. So that's where I'm going now. And after that class, I plan to come back home, take a little nap, and then go back to the library later. I have a lot to do. I really should. I mean, yeah, I should start on my casebook, and that isn't going to be hard. Yeah, as I think I read up on the relevant information before. So yeah, so I can start on my casebook today and continue on with preparing for my OSCE next week. So yeah, that's the plan. I get home. I didn't have coffee this morning. So when I come back home later, I'll have coffee. Because when I come back later, I wouldn't be able to sleep. So yeah, I think I'll have my coffee when I get home later. We'll see how that works out. I'm going to be so sleepy. Hi guys, so today is Friday. I think we're on call today, so, and today is also supposed to be OT day, but it is cancelled because I think the gynae OT is down, and I think they said it'll be back up from next week Friday, so hopefully that comes back up. Yeah, yesterday I did not. What happened yesterday? Yesterday was clinic. I finished kind of early yesterday. Normally we finish like around 5, but we finished around 3. So once we left, I had class at 4 p.m. and yeah, when I got home I just slept. I slept until like after 11 or so, and then I did a little bit of work. I didn't do a lot. I did try to type up my script for my counseling station, so I typed up 2 scripts so far. Yeah, and then I did some laundry, I made my lunch, And then by the time I blinked, it was 5 a.m. and I had to start getting ready for today. So yeah, that's all I did so far. So heading towards the hospital. I have to get there for 8 a.m. We usually finish call around 6 if they feel sorry for us, around 7, but ideally call goes until 8 p.m. So hopefully, you know, they take pity on us and let us go home early, because we do have exams next week. So it would be nice if they send us home early so we can study and prepare, right? Yeah. Hoping for the best. But yeah, so that's about it. Today is Friday. We'll see how everything goes. Good morning, everyone. I know I am really bad at vlogging, but the main reason for that is because I am very tired. Okay, this rotation is not easy. The hours are very long, and on top of that, you have a lot of work to go over, because a lot of new information, as I mentioned before. So it's not easy to, you know, balance your time and so forth. So yesterday was a very eventful day. You know, I had a patient who who had a previous C-section and was TOLAC and then became VBAC. So I'm really happy for her that she got the delivery that she wanted. You know, she did not have to do a second C-section, and she had a successful vaginal delivery, no rupture to the uterus. Everything was fine. So I'm really happy that, you know, she got the delivery that she wanted, and, you know, everything came out really well. And then we had another case where, you know, pediatrics had to get involved for infants. Just, you know, it was taking longer to be stimulated than normal. So, you know, pediatrics intervened and baby turned out okay. Thank God for that. What else happened? I think that was about it. Yeah, we had a nice session with our consultants, going through all the different analgesia that you use in pregnancy. And we have a tutorial. Yes, we did. We had a tutorial on rhesus ISO immunization, all that good stuff. So it was a very eventful day, and I got home. I think we finished a little, like minutes to 8 last night. So a full day from 8 a.m. to 8 in the night. Afterwards, I went to my parents. What are you doing? I went over to my parents for a little bit, and then I went home and I just slept. I didn't do anything last night because I was really tired. I had a long day, you know. So yeah, not a good day though. It was a good day though. And today I am post-call, so I'm going in for 6 a.m. Hopefully post-call finishes early. I think we're supposed to run through our counseling station for OSCE to prepare for OSCE next week. So we're gonna run through some practice sessions today, and then I'm going to the library afterwards to do some more preparation for next week, because I still have to go. I'm still on call on Monday. I am post-call Tuesday, but I don't think I'm going to go to post-call on Tuesday because that's the day before the exam. So I may just use that day to study. So I may not show up for post-call next week. But yeah, that's more or less it. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, so I just came off of a Zoom call with a couple of my study group friends. We're just trying to get through some of the scripts or counseling station. But yeah, think I'm going to end the vlog here because I am really tired, and I'm just going to be going until my exams are done. As I mentioned before, today I have post call, so I've been going since 6 a.m. yesterday morning because it's probably after midnight by now. So I'm really tired. I just want to be over with exams. So yeah, I'm gonna end the vlog here, and I will do a video at the end of the rotation giving my overall thoughts on how everything went and how I would rate the rotation in that video. So I hope that this vlog was of some value to you and you were able to see or get some insight into what Obs&Gyn is like. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. So bye for now.